Hey guys, Jamie the Summer Rain channel, welcome back. So today we are going to go ahead and learn everything there is to know about clay masks. So there are so many different types of clay out there. We're going to go ahead and go through a whole bunch of them. We're also going to go over some additives, and then we're also going to make a clay mask for every skin type. I absolutely love clays. I think they are a great addition to any skincare regimen, and the cool thing about it is there's a clay for every skin type, and you can really customize this for what you need. With the powdered clays and doing this in powdered form, the cool thing is it's going to have a way longer shelf life than if you pre-mix everything together and then you tried to preserve it for a longer period of time. Let's go ahead and start by going over the different types of clays and what they're good for. Like I was saying, each clay has its own benefit, and the first one that we're going to go over is bentonite clay. Bentonite clay comes from volcanic ash, and it helps to reduce redness and is suitable for all skin types. The next clay that we're going to go over is French green clay. Now this clay is very absorbent, so I will give you a quick disclaimer. If you're using this in your face mask, you're not going to want to use it more than once a week. So typically we'll say you can use a face mask up to 2 times a week. On this one I would never go above once a week because you don't want to dry your skin out. It is suitable for oily or sensitive skin, and it helps with acne because it is so absorbent, and it also helps increase blood flow to your skin. The next clay that we're going to go over is Kaolin Clay, which is good for dry or sensitive skin. So Kaolin Clay actually has a larger particle size, which is going to be really good at exfoliating your face gently and also cleansing it. It doesn't absorb much as other clays do. So Kaolin Clay is going to absorb quite a bit less. That's why it's suitable for dry skin. So this clay is less absorbent, but it's going to give you an exfoliation and a little bit of a cleansing. And the last clay that we're going to talk about in this video is Moroccan Red Clay, and that is suitable for dry, oily, or combination skin. And the cool thing about red clay is that it's going to go ahead and remove blackheads. Now the way that it does it is it dries them up and it pulls them to the surface of your skin, and blackheads are my nemesis. So in addition to the clays that go into clay face masks, there's typically an additive that goes in there also. Now you certainly can just go ahead and use the clay with some water, and that would make a perfectly fine face mask. You can also add some additives in there just to give you a little bit more in your face mask. Now one of the additives that you could use is some aloe. Now that's really good at soothing your skin and preventing redness. Another additive that you could use is activated charcoal. So activated charcoal is very good at absorbing. So it absorbs a ridiculous amount. So if you have a lot of excess oil, or if you want to kind of unclog your pores, adding a bit of activated charcoal will be really good at that. Another one that you could use was some chamomile powder. Now that's really good at soothing your skin. It's also good at reducing fine lines and blemishes. Now an additive that I use a lot is colloidal oatmeal, and it's really good for sensitive skin, and it reduces redness. You could also use a bit of sea kelp powder, which is really good at drying out impurities. You can also go ahead and add some oils to your face mask. The only thing is be sure you don't add too much oil. Just add a wee little bit, because if you add too much, your face mask won't stick and it'll kind of like slip off your face and you'll be like, what is going on here? Now some of the oils that you could use is you could use jojoba oil. So jojoba oil closely resembles the sebum that our skin makes naturally. Or you could use something like sweet almond oil. Just whatever you use, make sure it's something that's not going to clog your pores, right? You don't want to put something on your face that's then going to clog your pores and cause breakouts. Another additive that we often use is honey. So honey is a really good moisturizer, and it is a lovely additive to any face mask. This is not an extensive list. There are so many other additives. I just can't go over them all today. You can really have a whole lot of fun with this face mask. What I like to do is actually determine what it is I'm looking for and then pick my additive. So if I'm looking for something to soothe my skin because it's feeling a little bit red or irritated or something like that, then I will go find the additive that's soothing towards skin. If I want to use something that's very moisturizing, I will go find the additive that's going to be moisturizing. So kind of working your way backwards seems to be the best approach for me. As promised, I have a whole bunch of recipes for you. Let's go ahead and start with the first one, which is for oily or acne prone skin. What we're going to do is go ahead and take some French green clay. To that, we're going to add some sea kelp powder. And we're going to add about a tablespoon of water. And you're going to add a little bit more water as needed. And you're going to give that a really good mix. Our next clay mask is for dry skin. What we're going to do is we're going to take bentonite clay and we're going to add a little bit of water. Now for some reason this one seems to want more water than the other clays do, and it takes a little bit longer to mix than the other clays do. I really had to give this one a good mix. And then after you get that mixed pretty well, what you're going to do is go ahead and add your honey. Now I found that giving it time for the water and the clay to mix together and then adding the honey seems to be the best way to mix this mask. Our next mask is going to be for mature skin, and we're using Moroccan Red Clay and chamomile powder. And same thing, we just add a bit of water to it and give it a really, really good mix. And the last mask that we're going to make today is for sensitive skin. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix some Kaolin Clay with some colloidal oatmeal. And I add just a little bit less water to this one than I did to the other ones. So remember I was saying that the Kaolin Clay doesn't absorb as much. This one's going to take a little bit less water to get it to the face mask consistency that you're looking for. How often should you use a face mask? The rule of thumb is you should use a face mask up to 1 to 2 times a week. You should never go over that. More isn't always better, and this is one of the times when more isn't better. However, listen to your skin. If after using it once per week, your skin's like, hey, I'm good, then just use it once a week. If you use it twice a week and your skin, you think you could use it a third time, you can typically do that. Just listen to what your skin is telling you and how it's responding to the masks. Let's go over how to use a clay face mask. What you're going to do is go ahead and start by washing and drying your face. And then you're going to take the face mask and you're going to apply it evenly to your skin. You can either do this with your hands or you can go ahead and use a brush like I am. Just make sure that you apply it evenly to your skin. What we're going to do is we are going to allow this to dry. Now I don't let it dry all the way. I let it dry most of the way, and then I start to remove it. So you don't want it to dry all the way because the last thing we want to do is be drying to our skin. We want to go ahead and let the mask dry partially and then get it off of our skin before it starts to have a reverse effect and dry your skin out. Now, I will take a washcloth and I will soak it in hot water and put it on my face to allow it to reharden, re-wet, moisten, to get the clay on my face wet again. So then that way I'm not trying to scrub it off because we don't want to do anything that's going to be damaging to our skin. By taking the washcloth and putting it on our face and allowing it to sit there for a minute, it's going to loosen everything up. And then you should be able just to easily get everything off of your face. And then you're going to want to give it a really good rinse. After you've done that, go ahead and pat your face dry and follow up with your favorite moisturizer. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy making and using your face masks as much as I do. I know that was a lot of information to take in at once, but really once you start working with the clays, you'll realize that they're not that complicated and you can have a whole lot of fun with this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!